I cannot even begin to explain how life-changing it has been to have the opportunity to be guided by Dominique and her teachings, and just making me aware of what's possible in my life, in my sexual life, in my spiritual life, in my professional life. But one area that's really been life-changing is her teaching me and making me aware of the fact that I can orgasm. I can feel total pleasure without ever ejaculating. And this has been such a powerful tool, both for giving me energy, creative energy, spiritual energy, physical energy as a man, but also giving me orgasms, giving me pleasure that are off the charts amazing, that last and repeat, and instead of draining me, give me new life, new spirit. And so I'm so grateful to Dominique for giving me techniques, but even more so just awareness of what's possible in my body, for encouraging that, for listening, and for giving me a life that I never knew existed.
It's what to do with major energy drain after a male orgasm. What I do is I teach my male clients how to separate their orgasm from their ejaculation. And when you're able to do that, you're not as depleted or drained, and you can actually use that sexual energy and circulate it through different Tantra practices that I teach, and circulate that energy through your body. So actually you are energized, and your creativity is fueled by the orgasm. And in the 1930s, there's a book by Napoleon Hill called Think and Grow Rich, and he dedicated chapter 11 to this. It's called Sexual Transmutation. And if you go to my story highlights and you click the highlight that says Tumblr, I have a post on Tumblr that I dedicate to this topic. And I also shared a video that someone put up that was actually the excerpt from Napoleon Hill of the chapter 11 that talks about this. And the great people like Nikola Tesla, Einstein, Steve Jobs, they learned to not be so drained from their sexual activity and to use these practices so that they're more energized. Ancient Taoist practices that is believe that the reason that women have longer life expectancies than their male counterparts is the fact that whenever females have orgasms, the energy is inward. So it goes inward. But then with males, there's a lot of like fluid that can be lost. That energy goes outward. And so then you're drained. And that's why women are able to have, be multi-orgasmic, and it's actually like energizes us instead of us like falling asleep right away afterwards. What's really great is when males learn how to master they have this ejaculation mastery, which takes months to kind of unlearn these ways, your pleasure pathways in your brain, and to kind of reprogram that, what your pleasure response is, and to work through that. But when you're able to do that, you're able to connect with your partner longer and help them to reach prolonged states of pleasure. That's very beautiful for the woman whenever their men can actually hold that space for them and be fully present with them and not try to do everything like a porn, but actually have that connection and that intimacy, and just really watch her in all her ecstatic states of pleasure and bliss. And you just be able to be fully present, and you're not having to worry about losing your erection or ejaculating too quickly. And you're just able to literally let her, more ways than one, ride the waves of pleasure, because you're able to be present with her for so long. And so it's definitely like Tantra is really like, the Marvin Gaye song, The Sexual Healing. But it's important that men step into their divine masculine and not look at porn as how to have good sex, that they look at other ways as to how to create a deeper connection, more intimacy, just not to be distracted with positions. There's a lot more to it than that.